Hey, what's going on, guys? So, real quick, or maybe not so quick, but yeah, I just want to consolidate kind of everything I've been posting on Facebook about the Windows 10 upgrade drives. Just a few things I want you guys to do and know about. So, first things first, and most importantly, the number one thing I've been seeing problems with is stuttering in MAME especially, and also in all the RetroArch systems like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, etc. What's happening is 4K TVs are causing strange things to happen. So the first thing you want to do when you get the system is you want to go to the toolkit. As usual, do set resolution. That's always been the case, right? But I wasn't specifying in the script before. I wasn't specifying the hertz, to set the monitor to a certain hertz. I never needed to do that before, but apparently with Windows 10 and 4K TVs, that is necessary. So some systems went out without the updated script. I did post that on Facebook, but I will post a link in the description. It's going to bring you to this page here. It's a mega link. You have two files here. The important one is this one, .exe, but just go ahead and get both of them. Right click, download it, and then right click on this second one, download that as well. They're very small, so they shouldn't take any time at all. Then if you click the little arrow, go to show in Finder, you're going to see them right there. You can actually highlight both of them. I'm holding down Control and clicking to highlight both of them. I'm going to go ahead and copy them, and then you can go over here to Utilities, Toolkit, and you can right click like the white space right here, do paste. It's going to ask you to overwrite, say yes, because they were already in here. If you then go and do the set resolution again, it should set it up correctly to 1920 by 1080 at 60 hertz. All right. Again, this is if you're having stuttering after doing set resolution. If you're still having stuttering with MAME or those few other systems I mentioned. If that doesn't work, just make sure you go over here to the desktop. You right click on it. You go to display settings. And by the way, this is another thing you have to check for. Make sure this is at 100% right here. All right. So you have to come in here anyway to check that this is at 100%. So you want this at 100%. You want this at 1920 by 1080. You want to go to advanced display settings, display adaptive properties. Well, here you set refresh rate should say 60 hertz, right? If it doesn't say 60 hertz, it's wrong. You can change that over here by clicking on display properties and then going to monitor, and you can change it right here. All right, to 60 hertz. Click apply, click OK, and close everything out. Another trick that seems like worked for somebody, just do it like quick and dirty, is if you go to display settings and you change it from 1920 by 1080, you change it to 1280 by 720. You say yes to keep changes, and then just go ahead and change it back to 1920 by 1080. Keep changes. You can always double check in advanced settings. Make sure it says 60 hertz. All right, that's the key right there. And yeah, that should be it for the resolution. You just wanted to say 100% on the scaling, and you want to say 60 hertz for the refresh rate. I've also read online that sometimes doing it through Windows doesn't work, and you can always go to your NVIDIA control panel. Let me see if I can pull that up. Whoops. NVIDIA control panel. See, I just started typing NVIDIA, and it comes up right here. And then I haven't actually even looked in there, but it should be in there somewhere. Resolution, there it is, right there. 60 hertz, 1920 by 1080, 60 hertz. All right, that's the setting that you want. All right, moving on. Next item is Aimtracks. So I changed the inputs slightly. So you want to open up the Aimtrack utility. You can find it on Start Aimtrack when your guns are plugged in. And you want to make sure that it's assigned the way you see it here. GP 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the one that changed. That used to be 3. And then make sure that the checkbox is on this one and none of these other ones. You can just hit apply settings, then select device number 2 here, do the same thing, apply settings, apply changes, and that is it for the Aimtrack. And the other thing is, remember that you have to do the Windows key. I already made a video showing how to do that. I'll post a link to that video in the description below. If you haven't seen it, take a look at that one. Anything else? XPadder. So if you plug in your controller and it's not working, it's not responding, let's say you can move up and down, but nothing else, like an Xbox One or an Xbox 360 controller, just go over here, exit to Windows, click this little XPadder icon here, or there's one here too. Mine came up like this because it's working fine, but yours would come up and then it would just be like a blank screen here. You want to click on this little icon right here, go to open. It should already take you to this path that you see up here where it has all the profiles for the controllers. So what you want to do is look for the one you're using. In my case right now, I have an Xbox 360 plugged in, so I would search for that, and that would be right here. Now you have two of them. This is for wireless receiver, which is what I have right now. This one is if you had a hardwired, like if you had one that was like an older hardwired one, or if you had an Xbox One controller. It doesn't matter if it's wired or hardwired or wireless. You would just click Xbox One for Windows. All right, that's all you got to do. Just open it up, double click the profile, and then you're going to see that it's going to load up like this with a picture of the controller. And you can just go ahead and close XPadder, start up Hyperspin again, and it'll work. And then one last thing. If you start up Hyperspin and you're not seeing if you got the 16 terabyte and you're not seeing like all of the 16 terabyte content, like all the imports and stuff like that, it's very simple. You just go over here to the desktop, you click on the folder right here. When it opens up a window, you go to databases over here, scroll all the way down, double click this one here, switch to 16 terabyte databases.ahk. That's all you got to do. Start up Hyperspin, and then you're going to see that all of your systems show up as they should. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I'll see you guys next time.